Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Teague, and for my Module 3 topic paper, I focus on the communication theory of groupthink. Groupthink theory explains what happens when a group becomes so focused on an agreement that members stop speaking up, stop challenging ideas presented, and end up making poorer decisions than they usually would. It connects directly to what we learned in the textbook about group communication. Think about concepts like the norms, the roles, and communication climate. What really stood out to me is that groupthink isn't just bad decision making, it's a breakdown completely in communication. When a group is very cohesive or under pressure, people might hold back their true opinions, or they might assume everyone agrees, or they might go along with the majority just to avoid conflict. I learned that these symptoms don't always show up in the same way, and that researchers debate how predictable the groupthink theory actually is. Even though those debates are happening, the theory is still useful because it explains why groups sometimes ignore warning signs or fail to consider alternatives to somewhat easy to see problems. I think this theory matters because everyone I have ever met has had to work in a group at some point in their life, whether that's at school, at their job, their clubs, or just even like their genuine friend group or family. Groupthink talks about what can happen when the communication completely shuts down. And it also shows us why you need open discussion and honest disagreement. They're so important to get the result you need in like a logical conclusion. If you should learn more about this theory because it teaches you how to spot the early signs of unhealthy group communication. You need to know, because you are going to work in a group at some point in your life, and you need to know when it's not someone's not listening, or you need to know that you can share your opinion, because you want to be able to share your opinion, and you want to be able to solve problems within a group. And you can't do that if the groupthink mindset is so readily sometimes. Knowing about groupthink helps you become a better group member as well, and a better leader, because you can recognize when a group is just saying, like, let's just compromise and move on, like they're ready to be done with the discussion, even when you really need to have that discussion. Okay, my two key takeaways are groupthink is rooted in communication problems, not just like problems with leadership, because when people don't feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, their decision process becomes weaker and they start relying on the people around them. And then my second takeaway was that groupthink can definitely be prevented. Strategies like assigning someone to be the devil's advocate, and that by that I mean like somebody who is gonna say, hey, I don't think that's gonna work. Like, I think that's useful to have a dissenting opinion, even if you don't end up going with that, so you all know, hey, this really is the best option. And then you could also ask for outsider opinions, or just try and encourage an open conversation, discussion / debate, and that can make your group much stronger, and you can come out with more productive decisions. Okay, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you learned about groupthink.